And we're back to what's probably the last video of our journey. Because we don't have much left. I'm probably spent a good amount of time looking for that one thing. There's outside the bridge.
A taxidermied unicorn. Strange. What are your orders, Your Grace? Shall we take it?
I've no notion what one could possibly do with such a thing. We ride on.
A taxidermied unicorn. Do you remember what that's used for? I like the reference. Maybe Yennefer's been around here.
Meave's Lyrians were traversing a wood when they heard the loud, drawn-out blast of a horn.
One of our scouts?
The Queen asked, clearly perplexed. She turned in her saddle to face Reynard, who shook his head.
Strange. Gascon, appoint a few of your strays. Ones who know how to blend in. Have them sniff out who blows that horn. And why.
The scouts returned a short while later with their report. Soldiers had pitched camp in a nearby meadow. They wore Edirnian uniforms, cut by sashes bearing a golden sun. They addressed their leader as Fulberson.
Know the name?
Rayla said.
Fulberson went over to the enemy first day of the war, took his whole division with him. Your Grace, a chance like this won't come again. Let's teach the traitors a lesson.
Well, if you insist.
We must send a strong signal. One all the North will hear. From the Yaruga to the Dragon Mountains.
Announced the Queen.
Whoever collaborates with the invader shall pay with his head. Prepare to attack.
Rayla nodded, clearly pleased. The Lyrians surrounded the meadow marked by their scouts. Moments later, a flaming arrow pierced the sky, giving the signal to attack.
So, Fulberson was not the sole traitor of the North, and the land's welfare allied with the Empire, bribed by both riches and privilege, sometimes under duress. It struggled to discern what the kings themselves were striking deal to the invaders. Hence order Cadwyn fought as a Temeria, and it did appear after all that the longer the war dragged on, the less resistance Novgorod seemed to encounter. While we know from The Witcher 2 that neither of them really sided with Novgorod. Because, yeah, they were moved by Leffel. Well, not insult. Insult's another thing. Anyway, reduce the retreat time to 0. 1 round. Let's see what we're up against. Don't need you. Maybe. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, so then we could just go with it.
Is that Queen Meave? To arms!
So, retreat. Reduce this artifact's time by 1. Very unit played from the opponent's hand. The time reaches it. Oh, don't know where this escapes. So, we're basically trying to get that down to 0, but then he's gonna escape. Why would we let him escape? Seems stupid. So, by 1 for every unit play from the opponent's hand. So would this reduce it by 5?
Pays late. Again.
That only reduced it by 1. Okay, how about this?
Arbalist at your command.
Okay, these cards don't count. Some
Again and again and again.
I have to literally play my cards.
New orders? No?
Bit stupid, honestly. Gonna set your own fire. Just because.
You mad? Don't shake that! Company! Forward march!
Nope, that's still just. I can't cancel it either.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Hill. Rapidly. Well, basically, I can't actually win because I have too many cards, and I'm not actually playing them. God, that's stupid. Hang on. Oh. I guess it goes down to once this unit. Oh, I guess I should have read those cards.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
This man has suffered much.
Which man? I think I missed something now. Okay, so basically I just have to keep killing those. Well, I can do that.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
101, 102, 103. Go, hop, hop.
Still not enough. Oh, no, not. Don't want to play.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
So we should win.
No, God!
What do you mean you got turned back? Now after 2 turns, a turn starts increases in contact. I see. It's not gonna help.
Ennard Fane!
One of you dicks. I was gonna remove those cards, asshole.
I'm a one, sir.
Hey, you get rid of those so we win.
Mercy, your grace. We surrender.
The traitors, perhaps used to fighting unsuspecting foes, stood no chance against the determined Lyrian attack. At its conclusion, Meve personally knocked Fulberson off his mount, then tore off his visor. The face she saw evoked more sympathy than hatred. Fulberson was an old, sickly man, his skin pale and blemished. With great difficulty, he pulled himself up on his knees, then extended a shaky hand in pleading.
Your grace, have mercy. The Nilfgaardians forced me to treason. They threatened torture.
Meve felt her soldiers' eyes on her. They awaited her decision. How would she treat this traitor? Would she really execute him as a warning to others?
Well, remember he did commit treason. They threatened torture. Yeah, how many have they already murdered?
You needn't fear torture anymore.
Said Meve.
Your execution shall be quick.
Fulberson made a last grasp at the Queen's foot, pleading for mercy. But she brushed him off with a firm gesture. Soon thereafter, he swung from a tree, hanged by the very black sash he draped over his armor.
Then he did attack me. I mean, mercy's one thing, but you did start shit with me, so... You know what? We attacked him. Never mind. Still mercy. Ah. Okay, so... I guess let's go investigate Royale. And hey, we found... a place that seems completely untouched by war. And... serves no purpose. And serves no purpose. Wonderful. It's just there. I still haven't found that one thing yet, and that annoys me. So, no, I'll go to my campaign. No, where's my inventory? Maps. Okay, so, yeah, see, that looks like that one. Okay, so, this one. Nope, stone, pillar thing. But as I said, that one map looks like what? Where was it? Back here somewhere? I remember seeing it. Plagues. Where are these rocks? Yeah, right about here. Huzzah! You gained the border. Yay. Super. God, I hate these things. Yeah, here I am going down my way to collect them. Just because. Okay, so here's the annoying part. So it looks like one of these things, right? Hell if I know which one it is. Which means we have to go back into the forest with elves and look for one of these stupid things.
And there it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, super. Uh-huh. Okay. This is gonna take forever, isn't it? So it looks like that. They are like a cliff edge. Maybe this is it. This looks like it. Huzzah. And we got Rayla as a avatar. Not at your card in multiplayer. Huzzah. I need to go check my end and see if I got all the gold Alright. Missing one. Well, shit. Question though, is it actually, you know, I haven't dug up yet or not? There isn't a check mark. There isn't a check mark. Okay, so we need to find a camp. That's gonna be fun, I'm sure. I don't remember seeing a camp that looks like that. It's a bit hard for me to tell what camp is because it won't exactly show up on the map now that I think about it. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, so camp looks like stuff, 2 tents, wooden. That's gonna be fun. Cause that could be anywhere. Like it could be anywhere. I don't even know where to begin with that. So I forget how far back it's been since since we got that information. Like it could be anywhere. Nope, that's not 2 tents. So could I go across the bridge? No, we couldn't go across the bridge. And I always thought finding that one with the pillars was gonna be hard. At least we had a general idea what the pillars are.
Milka? Bezrad?
Yeah, I got the treasure. Okay, this is no guarding camp, so I think it is. I don't know.
Elves and dwarves, dirty non-humans took sides with Nilfgaard.
Don't think it would be in the forest unless it's one bit forest. Don't know. It's like it's so it doesn't really stand out. Just like, oh wow, it's a camp that's made out of wood with 2 tents. It could be anywhere. Oh, we got the chest here. Don't think it's up here. That's just up a village. Then we get into elf territory. I don't think it's in here. Well, I don't think it's in here. Just remember, it's 2 tents. It's like rocks. I will check downhill. Nope, those are houses. That's already a chest down there. Okay, so That right there. That. Gotta get to that. That has to be it. Oh, hey, we're right back here. Has to be that. So how do we get there? There are... there's a hidden path. And those were pumpkins we saw. That
Huntsman's away from hearth and home. Watch out for the acromantula.
okay.
Mighty fine pumpkin harvest this year. Mighty fine pumpkin... Watch out for the acromantula.
The Acromat. What? Oh, hey, yeah, outdoors. Sweet.
Huntsman's away from...
I have nothing anyway. That too... stuff. Your Majesty, the town is indeed deserted, but prisoners remain trapped in the dungeons. That must have forgotten them during the retreat. What should be done with them? We could use them to approach our forces, though I have an inkling they may prove not more than this. Or we could take them, but so yeah, we'll just let them out. I mean, yeah, he said recruits don't matter. Having better morale would matter more than that you just say. I mean, recruit. Hey, look. Finally made it. All errors are revealed. I can't for once more. What do you want me to do? Oh, yeah. You want me to buy that? Don't really want to buy that. That's stupid. And then there's those things. Those, yeah. So, we good? We good. 8 hours, jeez. Okay, now we're gonna go in Eldrin, I guess.
The Lyrians stood within 5 miles of Aldersburg when the road, which until now they had travelled alone, suddenly filled with all manner of folk. Peasants, merchants, and wounded fighters in tattered uniforms. They trod solemnly in the opposite direction, their worldly possessions on their backs.
Aldersburg's fallen, my lady.
Sighed one of the refugees with a forlorn shrug.
Outer walls breached. King still defends the old town, but black-clad goats are winning. You'd best turn back before it's too late.
We've nowhere to turn to, good man.
The queen said, then spurred on her horse.
Follow me!
The queen galloped so fast the wind squeezed tears from her eyes, the Lyrian cavalry close at her heels. Hoofbeats thundered down the high road, and the crowd of refugees parted, making a path for the charging riders.
Faster! Faster!
Soon they set eye on Aldersburg. A red glow filled the horizon, the wind carried screams and the clanking of steel. The once proud city was quickly turning to dust in the Nilfgaardian sun.
Well,
the Nilfgaardian force moved to block the Lyrians' way. Without slowing, Meve cut down the infantryman who tried to drag her from her saddle with a hook. Her head in a winged helmet fell to the ground, leaving a bloody track.
Lyrians! Attack!
Meve shouted.
Take no prisoners!
And thus begin. So, standard battle. Well then. The invading force in north of Lyrians head first. After all, the girls were better equipped, better trained, and more important, had a considerable numerical advantage. And that's all of that. Over their supremacy quickly began to vanish. Black-clad soldiers fell one after the other to the blow from each other. Nilfgaard's commander, watching this wave, trumpeted for reinforcements. And so we go. Huzzah. No. You don't have 2 pikemen. Stupid. Field medic we can keep because we're playing in second round. Wow. Yes, that's fine. Let's replace a drummer. Black Rayla. I guess why not the worst deck.
Bloody hell! You shan't stop me. Not now!
So what do they have?
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Dick. So you're 2 pikemen. Turn sword pierce. Yes, it is. Oh, Flora pikemen.
I'm coming.
One boat, all I
You know, that really annoys me because it's like, oh, we're going to play the Arbalest, but then you don't get to shoot with the Arbalest, and that defeats the whole purpose of having the Arbalest.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your
Same
teeth?
with the Slayer. Oh, well, we have no.
Retreat!
Means the enemy could pass if they really wanted to.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
So you gonna pass or you gonna keep fighting? You're gonna keep fighting. Nope, there. You know what? Every single would be bad, but I think that would be better. Oh wait, he stays on that remote. I like how it's still playing cards like that. Oh, you just wait. Yeah, it's pretty hard for us to lose the first round before initial cards. No. Maybe. Why not? Should have kept the sling if I was going to do that. Oh well. Let's see what can I do.
Left, right, left, right.
So, what do you now you're bringing more damage an enemy with no reinforcements. Man.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Play against them.
Enoch Fiend!
Could get Rav's armor. that so I can play the trailer. They're not gonna let me, so we'll just play.
Company! Forward march!
Play that.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Fine.
Give me a target.
Okay, we have 4. Boop. There we go. Like it. Okay, so what can we play from our group?
What do you want of me?
Oh, we can play one view. Well, sure, why not? Yeah, because it's still far away. Yeah, man.
To thee, Nicolas!
Let's use an order. Yeah. Powers though yours are all too weak. I don't really want to use my Emperor's Ring. Because I mean, I could easily just like do this. Boom. And then they protect it.
Arbalista, your command.
Alba!
Not that impressive. You know what? Just because.
No time for that!
Should use it.
There, Gloire! Ah!
For Demavend!
Okay, jury, time. Boost.
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
Why couldn't I have you cancel that one? That makes me sad. Serve himself by the 2 whenever a name. Well, we do have a lot of units on the range roads. Oh, so boom. Oh, what do we want? We could deploy an Ike. I think I'll deploy an Ike. Yes, is that boost too? Well.
God's blast it! My breastplate chafes.
That. Anything else up this way?
Eddie Gloire!
Ooh, one of health. Sorry, I'm not that threatened. So, what else you got?
Gloire and Kazer!
I like how you waited that long.
Your Grace, that. All that was but their rear guard.
Oh, so that was just the real guard. Well, we made no real progress. Congratulations, victory.
The Lyrians managed to scatter the Nilfgaardian battalion, one of many besieging Aldersburg. Their scouts brought before the Queen a prisoner freed from the invaders. Niamh inquired about the situation in the city.
Turned the right slaughterhouse it has. The Imperials, they... King had the city cleared, my lady, but didn't budge himself. Holding out with his guard in Old Town, walls still standing there. Said he'd fight to the end, come what may.
Niamh weighed her options. The situation looked dire. Demavend, to whom she had come for help, needed help himself. Nilfgaard enjoyed an overwhelming advantage. The small Lyrian detachment stood no chance of breaking the siege. But to retreat, surrender, that was not something Meve did.
The Nilfgaardians do not expect a relief force. Rayla, you know Aldersburg. Can you lead us by side streets to the Old Town, that we may avoid the largest part of the Nilfgaardian army?
The warrior nodded, and without waiting for any further orders, strode out in front of the party. Reynard followed her with his gaze, clearly troubled.
And what then, Your Majesty? We burst into the lion's den and...
And we pray the lion chokes. Follow me!
The walls crushed and breached. The lower town in flames. Hundreds, thousands wounded. Thousands more fled. King Demavend will fight to the end. He'll save the city or die with it. Turn back. Turn back while you've the strength to run, while you have your life. Aldersburg falls! The walls.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries.
Why to put Monty Python afterwards?
Abort, Lyrian quack!
Well, down to apparently this is the end. Your approaching important moment in your turn. If you choose to continue, you will not be able to resume any unfinished activity in this area. Well, we got all the chests and hopefully all the stuff complete. The map looked clear, so guess let's continue.
Gods have mercy. And demons take it all!
Oh, that's green. All those trebuchets.
Taking advantage of the confusion, Meve maneuvered her troops to the very walls of the Old Town. Spying Lyrian banners, the defenders suspected a trap. But when they noticed Black Rayla among them, they immediately lowered the drawbridge. The Old Town was a maze of brothels and shady taverns. In normal times, students and other pleasure seekers prowled its dark alleys. Now, tired soldiers slumped in every corner, though the Lyrians' arrival clearly buoyed their spirits. The Fraternal Realms warriors clasped each other's hands and swapped tales. Even Eden's king, Demavend, made no secret of his pleasure at seeing these unexpected arrivals.
Meve, of all the besieged cities in all the world, you walk into mine. Come to the rescue, have you?
Demavend's, I think he was the king that was killed on a boat by Lefo. There was like, what? Cutscene trailer or something for Witcher 2?
To be quite frank, I've come to be rescued.
Oh, yes. I've heard much of the events in Lyria. Disgraceful. Such betrayal. However, as you might have noticed, things are none too rosy here either.
Yeah, we came for help, but I'm not sure how much they can actually help us.
Yes, that is hard to miss.
I thought we'd trade blows with the Blackclads. That it would be an even match.
Yeah, an even match. They outnumber us like 200 to 1.
2 weeks. That sufficed to annihilate the army I'd spent my whole lifetime building.
Your Majesty, I cannot say what fate will bring, if we shall reach this war's end alive. But I wish to say now that I admire you.
Oh?
You evacuated the city, yet refused to evacuate yourself. You fight to the bitter end, like a hero.
But of course, a king must lead by example after all. Especially in war.
Reynard, that rumbling, you hear it? Studded boots on cobblestones. The Nilfgaardians. Prepare the men for battle.
Yes, Your Grace.
So, now that we're alone, what's really going on?
What? Did you not hear? I'm defending my capital, like a hero.
Demavend, please, don't feed me that drivel. We've known each other far too long. Why did you stay?
Meave. As meddling as you are beautiful. See that building? That one there.
The... brothel? The Crimson Bodice?
I'm defending the broth.
Precisely. So, but promise not to laugh. I'm a patron. A loyal one, in fact. One of the girls there, Demeretta. She's marvelous. Makes me feel young again.
Demeretta and Demeretta. Okay, then. Anyway.
A young fool, you mean? Demavend, there's a war on, and...
Allow me to finish. Demeretta became, well, with child. Exactly 9 months ago. Understand now?
She's entered confinement. Having contractions.
Since yesterday. You see, I cannot leave her like this. Can't have her moved. I must stay put until she gives birth.
Yep, gotta defend your royal bastard.
And then what? Pray tell. Invite all of Nilfgaard to the christening?
No, my dear. There is a hidden tunnel deep beneath the city, leading far beyond its walls. Once the midwives cut the cord, we flee.
I understand. For one's child, one would do anything.
Odd, isn't it? Amusing, even. Midst of a war, my kingdom burning all around. And I'm happy.
Well,
in that case, I can only hope your offspring, unlike mine, will continue to.
Your Majesties, the Nilfgaardians are attacking.
Well, back to work.
Meave, we must hold out. A few hours, that's all.
Yeah, well.
I'll do what I can.
So... story battle special rules, that's the cards. Eliminating of the Nazi brigade to give him time to escape. So Midwives advise the women and throws the chamber. Be surrounded with a sense of calm and security. Yeah. Demeretta was aboard no such luxury. She opened her eyes between contractions. She witnessed the flaming missiles of Nilfgaardian war machines streak across the sky. Lifeless soldiers slide from the fort's walls. Faster, she whispered to her forthcoming son. Faster, angel. Well. So what do we have? We have an Ike. Ike's always good. 2 main armors. Where's my pike? Pike. Man. Shit, I can't get pike. Well, this is gone.
Defend the king! We must stop them!
No pike, man. So what do we have? On turn and move one more towards the front door and so we have King down to the third. Reduce the counter by 1 for each Nazca parade. Destroy the country to 0 meanwhile the battle. If he dies, we lose the battle. apparently there's this fucking gate in the way. We're just gonna make playing cards and paying ass. Then there was that thing. After 4 turns, I turned so just don't shoot my cast a gate. So let's see what damage it does. Very small fire. That's not bad. Let's get rid of it. Set everything on fire. Fire's on fire. Oh, I guess if one for you, destroy it on fire. Do I really want to use those cards? We don't have to stand battle. Stand battle, so.
Hustle them! No other way!
Left, right, left, right.
Ah! Damage in there. 413 units by 2. Wow. What can I sell? I can sell my pitfall trap. Which isn't the worst one to fall. I can sell my pike. I just realized my pikeman would be a horrible idea since we don't have enough space. So let's just throw a pitfall trap up there and call it good. And where else do I want to set the roads on fire, I mean.
Watch your heads!
That wouldn't be the worst thing to do. So it gives them an advantage if they destroy my castle gate, though.
I want their heads! Anvallen in order!
Catch!
See, like, I can't even really play that because we're too full. That gets rid of them, that goes to walls.
Neve! They're getting close! Devils take all, help me!
Yeah.
Inarin Jarde Crowfair.
Now I can start. Now I can deploy.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
So, boots are now alive, shoot by 4 heroes. Yeah, how about... Oh, wait.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow.
I really want to get rid of the fire. Even though it counter
Barbarians.
I mean, seriously, all they're doing is... Oh, I forgot.
Neve! We must hold on a bit longer!
This is what I forgot. It's a standard battle, so we play too many cards. Which means, yeah. I mean, we just have to get through 7. What should we use to bring back? Maybe I should have saved my tank, man. But then again, I played that card, so I would have had to play it anyway. I mean, you let me play any cards. And then you bring them down. We should bring him up. 5 more. So I just have to get through 5 more hours. Okay.
Again and again and again.
And I kept the fire score. That's why I said purpose. Destroy damage by 2 from destroying. What do I want to play?
You'll never take me alive!
Aye.
I mean, I guess I can do that. Different tab, different tab. 3 more. Ow.
To thee, gloire!
What do I want to play? Who would be appropriate for us? Oh, Gascon. Gascon, apparently you're useful.
Quick and painful this'll be. Lyria! Alba!
Well, it's time for us to win.
No! A chase! Ha ha ha! It worked! Now retreat to the tunnel!
Infantry is ours.
With their forces combined, the rulers managed to hold the old town long enough for Demereta to bear the king's offspring, a healthy, hardy boy. When the midwife slapped the infant, his scream carried above the roar of battle. Soon afterwards, the defenders abandoned the walls and left the city through a secret tunnel. The Nilfgaardians, furious that not one but 2 northern sovereigns were among the escapees, razed Aldersburg to the ground.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Thank you. If not for you, the devils would have devoured us.
I should say it was nothing. But the truth is, I need your aid.
Aid? But you see, my army is no more. I must pull back, regroup.
Pull back? Where to? The golden sun flies over your entire realm.
To Redania, to take shelter at the court there.
And then? Will you sit and watch the fool juggle apples as Nilfgaard parcels all Edirn out to its settlers?
Meve, one must know when to fold and when to double down. Nilfgaard has stretched the front. Winter will soon be here. Let the costs claw away at them. A year, 2, then we strike. And we shall prove the Empire is a colossus with feet of clay.
Fine. Do as you see fit.
And you?
I can't live like that.
So what shall you do instead?
Fight on. Until I win. Or the black-clad curs tear me apart.
Gods, such pity I have for your husband. The poor man must have had a rough go of it.
He seemed content with his life while it lasted. Yet I'm serious, Demavend, in my request. You truly won't aid me. Provide nothing at all.
Well, apparently we got, royal decree. And we gained some resources, which I missed. How much to get? Oop, that's quite a bit.
I will tell my men whoever so wishes can join your party and fight on. But please, curb your excitement. They are tired. Few will choose the path of greater resistance. But. Are you familiar with the saying, when at wit's end, a dwarf's your friend?
Yes, it and many others. Yet as much as I appreciate folk wisdom, I prefer facts to philosophy at the moment. Preferably facts relevant to my situation.
But it is...
How about this? Mahakam is but a week's ride from here. And there you'll find thousands of dwarves armed to the teeth. Enough to turn the tides of this war, I venture.
Yes, they could. If not for another fact. That the dwarves have always been famously indifferent to strife between humans. They'll never come to my aid. Bah! I doubt they'll even let me into their land.
Unless you show them this. The Leaden Ring. A token of amity given to me by their Elder-in-Chief. That's not to say they'll welcome you with open arms. But they will hear you out. And that is something.
Dwarven infantry I'd make good use of. I shall do as you say. Or at least try.
So now then... everything's start getting complicated.
Good. And to ease your journey somewhat, I'll give you as your guide the best man, or rather woman, for the task.
No.
Rayla!
Yes, Your Grace?
Now here's where things get also complicated, because remember how I said Black Rayla isn't the best person for the net stat. Given her hatred of non-humans, we're going to a place full of non-humans.
You've been to Mahakam with me many times. You know their paths. Take Queen Meve and her party there.
'Twould be an honor, Your Majesty.
I'll send messengers ahead that the dwarfs may expect your arrival. Until then, good luck, Meve. And may we one day waltz upon the grave of our foe, Emperor Emir.
Yep, but he's going to, well... he's going to outlive you anyway. Not sure about Meve. Think she was still alive during the time of The Witcher 3? Maybe? Possibly? Not sure.
May it be so. Just as long as I get to lead.
Ah, of course. Farewell, Queen.
Bye, Demerad.
Meve left Aldersburg in ill spirits. Rather than provide the help she had hoped for, Demavend had merely sent her on to Mahakam. Her way west was lit first by the glow of a burning city, then by the smoldering remains of charred villages by the roadside. It was clear the war against Nilfgaard had taken a bitter turn. Each stranger was now treated as an enemy, and the customarily hospitable Edirnians slammed their doors at anyone's approach. The party's morale was somber as well, and did not even improve with the first sight of mountains looming in the distance. Wandering among the ashes, Meve entered the dwarves' domain.
So, Act 3. And pikemen. They're probably my favorite unit. Just because you deploy them and you get like... so they're up to what, 7 now? So that's like 35?
Along perilously steep paths, Black Rayla led the Queen and company towards Mahakam, the dwarven homeland. There, among snow-capped peaks, someone awaited.
Rayla, you brought strangers.
Gabor, I present to you Meve, Queen of Illyria and Rivia.
Ah, a queen. Crivens. Well then.
A large shadow swept across the sky. The dwarf swallowed the rest of his greeting as all raised their gazes to see a dragon soar swiftly toward Mount Carbon.
Keltalus, dinna be afeard, he isn't a threat to us.
The dwarf had broken the silence gently, he himself quite familiar with this altogether unusual sight.
And now, sit yourselves down afore the pottage grows cold.
But... Flew... Drake?
Reynard's Belly first time seeing a dragon.
Stone shriveling marvel, innit? Makes you almost sad the lizards are dying out.
Should you not worry more about the fate of your brethren? That creature will soon have all Mahakam aflame.
Ha! Keltalus? No! He's lived here centuries. Harmless for the most part. Now,
For the most part.
Your Grace, a taste?
No, none. Though your offer of repast I value, good sir.
Oh, no need of that. Gabor, please. Enchanted to make your acquaintance.
Gabor here's a true local notable. From one of Mahakam's leading clans, the Zigrins. But then he wouldn't be our guide if he wasn't. A guide for all important guests.
A pleasure. And as I said, I thank you for your hospitality, but I've no time to feast now. I must speak to your ruler at once.
Oh, I just realized one problem. Ike does not like dragons.
Don't mean no offence, but Elder-in-Chief Bruverhoog's a recluse of sorts, as humans go. Didn't even meet the ones that wear crowns. But I suppose I could, meaning if you drafted a letter...
Her Majesty's got Demoven's signet, given willingly.
Ah. Well, that's a sheep of a different sort. We didn't let many human folk into Mahakam, and for good reason. So those who we let come through the second gate get blindfolded. Just after they've surrendered their arms at the first. But you've the leaden ring. Given one of your kind to confirm trust and amity. So, we're certain we can treat you as one of our own. Elder-in-Chief's in the pass visiting. Looking to his flock. Come on. No reason you two shouldn't jabber right quick.
Though the Lyrian infantry rose half an ell taller than the dwarf, he moved with remarkable ease through the waist-high snow, while those behind him slipped and stumbled on the ice-slick rocks. Neve and Rayla trailed the party, so they might speak in private.
Stability? Staticness? Whatever. So we're gonna gabbers again. If I go right does. So here's the problem.
Non-humans you despised immensely, I believed.
They don't bother me a bit. Long as they stay in their lands, seek fortune nowhere else. I detest only those who infest our cities, humbly insist on belonging to our guilds, holding office in our institutions, armies.
Yet some find a place for themselves, blend in marvellously.
It's never lasting. They're different, odd, strain's inevitable, and then they'll always stab a human in the back.
I love the racism.
Rayla, your aid proved an unexpected bounty.
My problem though is it's like I can just see things going bad with, you know, her racism in the Dwarven area. When we're trying to get Dwarven support, we don't really want to piss them off.
Your Grace, to fight arm in arm with one so bold as you is an honour from which I'll not readily resign. I was to lead you to Mahakam, King Demoven's order. As to my duties afterwards, I received no instructions. So until a sealed scroll containing such arrives, I will serve your Grace under her command.
goody, I get to make the choice. So, here's the thing. I could keep her. But remember, her real benefit is against the Scoria Tale. Which we'll, for the most part, not really dealing with. Cause we're outside the forest. There could still be some Scoria Tale uphill. But we're trying to, you know, make peace with the dwarves. And having a racist hillman that takes pride in murdering non-humans probably isn't the best thing to have uphill. So I'm just going to send her away. Though she does have a fun ability where she can basically, if you play her, you can play basically any card you want. Which I like. That's the only really saving quality. Besides the Scoria Tale thing. But anyway.
Demavend is your king. You must return. Forgive me.
My king has sought refuge in Redania at the court there. He will not ride out before spring has sprung, nor will he need my sword, and...
It matters not at all.
No, go.
So be it. Godspeed on your path, your grace.
Rayla uttered not one word more as she gathered her chattels and then rode off down a slope. Meave gazed after the warrior until a snowbank obscured the view, after which the Queen's company resumed its march. The Queen herself sensing relief, its source unknown.
See, like, I probably should went through all the dialogue, but oh well. But yeah, I'm doing this because technically I've already done this before, and I know there's gonna be problems with her coming up. So I'm just doing this as a precaution. Bye, Black Rayla.
Your Grace, I've a message.
Oh, hi.
For your eyes only.
Well, first things first. Before we end the video. Well, now we can... try and decide. We'll cry for things to go over, so we'll just end the video here. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.